Hey guys, Drew asked me to do some gameplay for his channel, so here it is, and let's jump right in. So today I'm doing some Pokemon gameplay. I have a standard OU match for you guys against this guy by the name of IC, and my team's on the top and his team's on the bottom. I'm gonna go through my team real quick. So my team, I have a Dragonite, which is the Dragon Dance variant. I have a substituting Gliscor with Ice Fang. I have a Rotom, especially defensive. Then I have a Specs Victini, a Fortress, and a Choice Scarf Keldeo. And my opponent, he's running a Sceptile, Houndoom, Blastoise, most likely for rapid spinning, but he does have a Donphin. So Donphin's most likely just gonna set up Stealth Rocks. He has a Heracross, which is Scarfed, and he has a Jolteon. So let's just start off the battle. So yeah, my opponent's going to be leading off with a Donphin. I'm going to be leading off my Rotom. I'm going to predict his switch out and just go straight for the Volt switch. And I'm going to go into my Dragonite. And then predicting his switch out into most likely his Donphin, I'm going to go back into my Rotom. But then he shows me Dragon Pulse. So now I don't want to take a Leaf Storm, so I'm going to switch into my Fortress. And I thought that at -2, an HP Ice, or I mean Fire, would be able, that my Fortress could live an HP Fire from his Sceptile, but I guess not. So now I'm going to go on my Dragonite, go for the Extreme Speed on his Donphin, as he brings it in, because I just want to kill the Sceptile. And now I'm just going to make a switch into my Rotom as he sets up Stealth Rocks. And now I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, just trying to burn the Donphin as he switches into a Sceptile. And now I'm actually going to predict him to predict my switch into Dragonite, and then go for the Dragon Pulse. So I'm just going to stay in, go for the Hydro Pump, and bring him down to the point where burn damage will take him out. So now he's going to go into his Blastoise. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, and I'm going to go into my Gliscor, predicting the Toxic. And that was a great move on my part, so now I can just get my recovery back on this turn. And now I'm going to go for the Protect, just to scout and see what move he would go for. And he shows me Ice Beam. So now I'm going to do is I'm going to predict him to predict my switch into Victini to take an Ice Beam. And now I'm going to go for the Substitute, which is a great move on my part, because he's going to go into his Heracross, and he's going to miss the first Stone Edge, and I'm going to hit him with the Earthquake. He's going to hit me with the second Stone Edge, which isn't even able to break my sub, and I'm going to get a crit with the Earthquake. And now he's going to switch out into his Donphin. I'm going to predict that, go for the Ice Fang, and get the Freeze, which is perfect. And now that he's frozen, I'll be able to get off a lot of damage on this thing with the Earthquake from my Gliscor. So he's going to stay frozen on this turn. I'm going to go for the Earthquake again. And on this turn, I actually tried to predict the Thaw and go for the Substitute. But I guess not, because he's actually going to Thaw on this turn and go for the Ice Shard just to break my sub as I hit him with the Earthquake. And I knew that my Gliscor could take an Ice Shard relatively easily. It actually took it better than I thought it would. So I'm just going to actually stay in, go for the Earthquake, just trying to kill him, pretty much. And now I'm actually going to go for the Substitute, because I thought, you know, why not? Why not? So now he's going to go for the Ice Shard. I'm going to hit him with the Earthquake. And now his Donphin is really low. So I'm actually going to switch out into my Rotom, as he goes for another Ice Shard, because, you know, he really can't hurt my Rotom at this point. Or he really couldn't hurt it to begin with. So now he's going to switch into his Jolteon. I'm going to predict that, go for the Hydro Pump to take him out. And now he's going to go into his Blastoise. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, knowing that he wouldn't go for the Toxic on this turn, and most likely the Ice Beam or the Scald, but he showed me he has Hydro Pump, and he did that, predicting my Gliscor to come in. So now I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump, mainly because I wanted my Rotom to get Toxic, because I didn't want anything else on my team to get Toxic. So now he's going to go for Protect just to stall me out, although he is burned though, so I really don't know if that was the best move for him to make. But anyways, on this turn I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch as he tries to go for the Double Protect. And he's barely going to live, so that next turn he's going to die. So I'm just going to go into my Gliscor, and he's going to make a good move right here. He's going to go for the Hydro Pump, just in case I want to switch into my Victini expecting an Ice Beam. But unfortunately for him, he does miss, and I am able to get up a Substitute. So now my Gliscor's behind a sub, and he's going to bring in his Donphin. He's going to go for the Ice Shard to break the sub. And I'm just going to go for the Earthquake, get a crit, which really didn't matter, and I'm going to take him out. Now he's going to bring in his Heracross. I'm going to go for the Protect just to see what move he's going to go for, because at this point I'm assuming that his Heracross is most likely Choice Scarf. And it turns out he goes for the Stone Edge, so I'm going to go for the Earthquake just to bring him down to a point where I could probably kill him, but I don't kill him. So I'm just going to tank his Stone Edge right here. I'm gonna go for the substitute, and I'm gonna take him out with the Earthquake on this turn as he fails to take out my substitute with the Stoner. So now he's gonna bring in his last Pokemon, which is his Houndoom. And I could have won the battle right here, but I was being kind of a jerk, so I decided to go for the Ice Fang. And now I'm actually gonna switch out into my Victini, knowing he's probably gonna go for the Dark Pulse on this turn too, because I'm assuming as well his Houndoom was Life Orb. So never mind. So now I'm gonna go on my Rotom. I knew I could live with Dark Pulse, but I'm just gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp on this turn, predicting the switch out, even though he has no Pokemon to switch into. So I'm gonna live Toxic, but he's gonna kill me next turn with the Dark Pulse. So anyways, I'm just gonna bring my Keldeo now. I'm gonna go for the Icy Wind just to slow him down, but I get a crit, so I'm not gonna be able to go for another one. And he's gonna go for the HP, I think, Grass on this turn. So now I'm gonna switch from my Gliscor as he goes for another HP Grass, and he gets a crit, which I think mattered. I'm not exactly sure, but it doesn't even matter because I'm gonna be able to bring my Dragonite, go for the Outrage, and take him out. So that was a good game, I see. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.